You've just purchased your first UK rental property. The tenant moves in, and you're excited. Finally, passive income rolling in every month. Then your first rent payment arrives. You were expecting £2,000. Your bank shows £1,600. £400 has vanished, and it's not a mistake. Your letting agent has sent that money directly to HMRC, the UK's tax authority, and they're legally required to do it every single month. This is the Non-Resident Landlord Scheme, and if you don't know how it works, it could cost you thousands of pounds in unnecessary cash flow problems every single year. But here's the good news. There's a simple, legal way to stop this happening. And in the next 13 minutes, I'm going to show you exactly how. At Asset for Life, we work with property investors from all over the world. People building portfolios in the UK while living in Dubai, Singapore, Australia, the United States, and beyond. And one of the most common questions we get is this: why is my rental income so much lower than I expected? 9 times out of 10, it comes down to tax withholding that could have been avoided with one simple form. So today, I'm going to break down exactly what's happening to your rent money, why it's happening, and the step-by-step process to fix it. Here's how the Non-Resident Landlord Scheme, or NRLS, actually works. If you're a landlord who lives outside the UK, your letting agent or tenant is legally required to deduct 20% of your rent before paying you. They then send that money to HMRC on your behalf. This isn't optional for them, it's the law. If they don't do it, they can be fined or held personally liable for your unpaid taxes. Let's put some real numbers to this. Say your property generates £2,000 per month in rent. 20% of that is £400. Over 12 months, that's £4,800 deducted before you see a penny. Now here's the critical thing to understand. This isn't additional tax you're paying, it's tax withholding. The money goes to HMRC as a credit against your annual UK tax bill. But, and this is a big but, you might end up overpaying. Why? Because the 20% is calculated on your gross rent, not your profit. You don't get to deduct your mortgage interest, your letting agent fees, your insurance, or any of your other allowable expenses. So you could be having 20% withheld when your actual tax liability, after expenses, is much lower. And you won't get that money back until you file your annual tax return. That's cash that could be in your pocket, earning interest, or being reinvested into your next property. So how do you stop this happening? The solution is straightforward. You need to register with HMRC to receive your rent gross, meaning without the 20% deduction. Here's the step-by-step process. Step 1. You need to complete Form NRL1I. That's NRL1I. It stands for Non-Resident Landlord Individual. If you're buying through a company, there's a separate form called NRL2. But for most personal investors, NRL1I is what you need. The form asks for your personal details, your overseas address, your national insurance number if you have one, and details about your UK rental property. You'll also need to confirm that your UK tax affairs are up to date, or that this is your first UK property. Step 2. Submit the form to HMRC. You can do this by post or increasingly online through your personal tax account if you have one set up. Step 3. Wait for approval. HMRC typically processes these applications within 4 to 6 weeks. Once approved, they'll send an exemption certificate to both you and your letting agent. From that point forward, your letting agent is authorized to pay you your full rent without any deductions. They're off the hook for withholding, and you get to manage your own tax payments. Step 4, and this is crucial, you are now responsible for filing an annual UK tax return and paying any tax owed directly. The registration doesn't exempt you from tax. It just puts you in control of when and how you pay. This is actually better for you in most cases because you can claim all your allowable expenses before calculating what you owe, potentially reducing your tax bill significantly. Now, some investors ask, is it really worth the hassle? Can't I just let them withhold and claim it back later? Technically, yes, but here's why that's almost always a bad idea. First, cash flow is king in property investing. That £4,800 sitting with HMRC for up to 18 months could be earning you returns elsewhere. Even in a basic savings account, that's money working for you instead of sitting in a government holding pot. Second, it forces you to stay organized. When you're registered for gross payments, you have to file annual returns. That means keeping proper records, tracking your expenses, and staying on top of your tax affairs. This might sound like extra work, but it's exactly the discipline that separates successful portfolio builders from one-property hobbyists. Third, it gives you visibility. When you can see your full rental income coming in, you can make better decisions about your portfolio. You know exactly what each property is generating, and you can spot underperformers faster. And fourth, this one's important. It prepares you for what's coming next. From April 2027, the UK's basic rate of income tax on property income is increasing from 20% to 22% for non-residents. That might not sound like much, but let's do the maths. On our £24,000 annual rent example, that's an extra £480 per year in tax. Over a 10-year investment horizon, that's nearly £5,000. More importantly, if you haven't registered for gross payments by then, your withholding rate will automatically increase. Your letting agent will start deducting 22% instead of 20%. The time to get organized is now, not when the changes come into effect. So here's your action plan. If you're a non-resident landlord or you're about to become one, register for the NRLS as soon as your first property completes. Don't wait until you've lost months of cash flow to withholding. To help you through the process, I've created a free step-by-step guide that walks you through everything: which form to use, what information you need, where to submit it, and what to do once you're approved. Comment NRLS below, and I'll send you the download link, or grab it directly from the description. If you're serious about building a UK property portfolio from overseas, this is fundamental knowledge. Get it right from the start, and you'll save yourself thousands in unnecessary withholding and cash flow headaches. Hit subscribe if you haven't already. We've got plenty more content coming on UK property investment for international buyers. I'm Ola from Asset for Life. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.